Conversations with gospel artists, pastors. Our faith is what got us through all the troubles and disasters. Indeed, we fell short, but the Lord never passed us. Our belief in God is the most important factor. It's the Velika B Project. You're now tuned in to the Velika B Project with your host, Velika B, lover of God, founder and CEO of Set Apart and Chosen. Sit back and relax and enjoy the conversations.
Hey, Facebook family, Instagram, radio family, podcast family, and YouTube family. Welcome back to the Velika B Project, and I'm excited to have one of my friends. She's very intelligent, y'all. This is my girl, Dr. Kim McNair from the ATL, and I want her to tell you what she has going on before we have our little girl talk chats. Dr. Kim, sis, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely.
I am.
Let the world know who let's make sure we say doctor. She was stupid. Dr. Kim McNair is.
Hi, well, hey everybody, I'm Dr. Kim McNair. I'm known as your woman on the move. And I'm the CEO, owner, everything, KMP, Kim McNair Productions. I mean, we do events for corporations, faith-based organizations, small to mid-sized businesses, community organizations, all those wonderful things. And we can do your event from A to Z, and we can do it a la carte. Just tell me what you need. Just call me. I'm also the founder of BWEP, Business Women Empowerment Project, which is a nonprofit organization that I founded back in 2015. And I put it together to be able to help women, to connect them to resources that they need to build their businesses, their brands, and themselves. You know, as entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, there's a lot of things that come with that. And I wanted to have a place, a safe place where they can learn, they can grow as women in business. And throughout my process, I realized that some of our young ladies were trying to be entrepreneurs, or some of our young ladies needed leadership skills. Absolutely. In high school, going into college, military, trade school, whichever, or just going to work. So I started 2020, pandemic, hey, how about that?
Right.
A leadership program for high school girls, which is the BWEP Leadership Academy. And it's for girls ages 14 to 18, high school only, and it's teaching them entrepreneurship, leadership skills, financial literacy. They learn technology, all the things that they need to build them up and get them ready to lead as women, no matter what profession. So I was really excited about that. I've done 3 sessions of that. I did a whole year, and so this is my second year. Now we're supposed to start our fall session, but you know, this COVID thing, so I'm just kind of watching it. I know it's affecting the youth a lot, so I'm just kind of chilling and trying to see how it goes, but it's been very successful. I have 4 young ladies in college from completing the program, so I'm really, really proud of that and excited to really tell people about that I have 4 young ladies that are in college from completing my sessions after graduating high school. And then, of course, I'm the executive producer and host of Women on the Move Live, which is a TV show for women. All my platforms mostly are for women because I'm a woman. I know what they've been through. I can speak to them. So that's what I'm all about, women. And I mean, that's really it in a nutshell. But I have something exciting coming up. I have something exciting coming up.
I'm excited. Tell them about it.
September 16th, it's the Women on the Move Summit. It's the 8th annual. That's 8 years. This is our 8th annual Women on the Move Summit. It's happening September 16th at the Morrow Convention Center right here, right off 285. Go to my website, go to Eventbrite. It's out there. The information is out there. It's going to be great. I have a great list of speakers and panelists. This year's going to be the first year I'm going to do a breakout session. Normally we just stay in one room. We have the speakers. We have lunch because you get breakfast and lunch. That's right. We have vendors. Excuse me. We have vendors that are there, but some dynamic speakers. And what the whole dynamic is that I'm able to bring women, you, yes, you, okay? If you are in business, if you have a business, if you're doing a side gig, okay? If you're contemplating on leaving corporate America, you want to be at the summit because these ladies, and I do have some men, will give you the secret sauce, the things you need. They're already there. They're running their Fortune 500 companies. They're, their numbers are here. They're traveling. They're dealing with major corporations, and they have the tools that we can use to grow our business.
Absolutely.
So I asked them to come and share and give us what we need. It's an exclusive in-person seating, so it ain't, look, once it's shut down, it's shut down. And when you're in there, you get to take notes. You can get to interact with them. And that's what we miss a lot at conferences. We don't get to have that interaction. We don't get a chance to do that follow-up and set up that appointment. This is what happens at the Women on the Move Summit. We want you to be able to come in and get everything you need. And if we don't have what you need, the resources are there to help you to get what you need. And one thing I'm really excited about this year is we're going to be talking about cybersecurity. Aren't we on the line right now? Aren't we online? Wow. Cybersecurity is big, and we need to be talking about it, even with our small businesses. A lot of times, they don't want to look at, they ain't going to bother me. Let me tell you something. If you have clients and you're doing things online and you're handling business for them, you want to make sure that you're secure, because you are jeopardizing them. And that's the last thing you want to do. That's something you don't want to show up in your face, and now you have jeopardized a major corporation, and now you caught up in litigation. I'm telling you, you need to be at the Women on the Move Summit, September 16th. It's from 9 to 2. I'm excited about it, and I want to see you there. Ha!
And it's crazy that you say that, because I'm serious about my business. My business is small, but people don't understand. I have cybersecurity insurance.
Yes.
I don't play.
You got to have it. I've learned so much. And I know we see this always like they're trying to attack the bigger, but they want whoever they can get to, they can try to get some money. It's all about money to them. All they're going to do is lock your stuff up. And then you're just going crazy trying to figure it out.
Nope.
So it's very important. A lot of small businesses don't see that or know that they need to do that.
Right.
Because they think, I got a home-based business. Baby. You got a computer.
Right.
Boom.
Right. Nope. I'm serious about that insurance.
So I'm really excited about bringing that to the table, because that's something I hadn't offered. Of course, we're going to talk about leadership development. We're going to talk about funding for women in business. We're going to talk about social media marketing, things like that, because that's always evolving and changing, right? Everybody got a podcast. Everybody got this. Every day something new comes out. So if someone says, social media, no, it's changing. I have to learn. I'm learning.
Right. I learn every day.
And so we want to make sure that people are staying on point with all of that. And I'm just happy to be able to provide it for women and men. Men can come to the summit. They're not excluded, but it's all about us, ladies.
About us, yeah. But she's located in Georgia, so the summit is going to be in Morrow, Georgia.
Yes, it'll be at the Morrow Center. It's right off of 75, right close to 285.
It's right there at South Lake, right?
South Lake, yes. It's
South
right
Lake
there,
Mall.
Safe Lake Circle. Yes, it's right there. And I mean, it's
Very
very
nice.
nice facility. Easy parking, come in. None of that, where am I find parking? Easy breezy, secure location. And it is always kept up, and everything I love. I'm meeting with my decorator next week to talk about how to lay out, this year. Because the presentation is everything. And I think a lot of women don't understand that. And even young girls, because I speak to them as well. It's your presentation and how you present yourself and come in. Not saying that you got to be over the top. Right. But again, if you're saying you're a professional and you have a business, I want to present well for you all, for everybody that's coming. Right. Because this is me to you. And I want you to know I think that much about you. If you're going to take time to invest, register and come, take time out of your schedule, blank it off. If you're still working, taking a vacation day to come and learn because you're going to do your side thing or whatever, I have to present well. Right. And that's what I do for everyone. I treat them very professionally, and I'm going to roll that red carpet out.
Right. You know what? We're going to do girl talk. We are going to do girl talk. I'm going to do that as part 2. Because no. She has some interesting things going on. Okay. Let's focus on what you have going on, especially with the girls.
Okay. With the young ladies.
And also with the summit. So
yes.
I'm not going to rush this. We can do a part 2 of what we're going to do, the girl talk chat. So let's talk a little more about why did you tap into the summit? You sprinkled on it a little bit. And why did you get into building up these young ladies? Because I went to one of her events and it was amazing. And I helped out with one of her events last year, which is amazing. It's an amazing. And she has some major contacts and connections that that help sponsor and things like that.
Oh,
So
yeah,
let's
that's
get in,
important.
let's talk a
That's
little more
important.
about it.
You know, relationships. It's all
Yep.
about relationships. I was just speaking with someone who is trying to build and do some things, and I said it's about relationships. I mean, we're so busy. We go to them. We want to ask for something, ask for things. Can you do this? Why don't you go to them and say, is there anything I can do for you? Build that relationship. Invite them out.
Right.
The sponsors that I have, the partners that I have, I've invited them into the space so that they can see. I want you to see and have the experience and know what you're going to be partnering with or being a part of.
Right.
I don't want you just, to here, I'm going to write you this check, bam. It took a while to get a Delta. It took a while to get a Georgia Power.
Hold on. She said Delta, Georgia Power. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To be a part of it. Clayton
Yeah.
County Water Authority, to get these organizations to come. Carrabba's is a partner of mine. A lot of people say, oh, she always have Carrabba's, because we have a partnership.
Right.
Okay. With my nonprofit, Carrabba has a budget line. And I'm just going to give you some secret sauce. They are to do so many community events a year.
Awesome.
Okay, that means sponsoring food, and we know that is probably the most expensive
Yes.
of whenever we do an event.
Yes.
That catering ain't no joke.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I aligned myself with them years ago so that I could get ready to be able to receive that. So I wasn't able to receive it before my nonprofit, but
Right.
once I got that going, and he'd already built a relationship with him where I paid for
Right.
catering services.
Awesome.
Now I have my nonprofit, and I want to be in line to be able to get XYZ every year. And that's how that comes about.
Right.
In our relationship. And when I do other things, he knows I'll come to him first. If I'm working on something for a client and there's food involved, or we got to get some lunches or whatever, hey, I got a relationship with Carrabba's. Let me see what kind of rate I can get. Let me see what they can do.
Right.
At least I know it's going to be packaged well. It's going to be good food. Everything you need is there, unless they're requesting something different.
Right.
But those are the things that you bring to the table.
Right.
So again, with dealing with me, I'm coming with resources. So I'm not going to come to you and I'm going to say, okay, I got this in the bag. And this is what I can, not saying this is going to be totally free, and whatever I can do for a client or someone, I will.
Right. Exactly.
But it's an understanding that, well, if you get Kim McNair, you get Kim McNair Productions, because you're not just getting me, I'm a company. But when you get K&P,
right.
they got quite a bit that they come with. So, it's best that we sit down and talk, and you tell me what you need.
Right.
And then I can look at it and go XYZ.
Right.
Now with BWEP, again, when I started the nonprofit, it was all about helping women in business, small entrepreneur women, solopreneur women in business, right? I'm like, okay, I done went through all these changes. I know what it takes. Oh my gosh,
Right.
Not getting this not being right. I said, if I can just help these women not have to go through the hurdles
Right.
that I had to go through,
Right.
it will just make it a great relationship. It'll be a great business acumen. All of that, all those things will roll.
Right.
And that's what I, said I was going to set out to do with BWEP. And so when I got the nonprofit, I said, I'm going to do master classes. I said, every quarter I want to do something. I talked about being certified, getting the certification.
Right.
I got them together and we talked about finance, just different things that I wanted to do quarterly to help the women, doing a networking mixer.
Right.
Let's come out. We got to network. We got to know who's across. I need to know who you are.
Exactly.
And we could be doing the same thing, but the way I do it is not going to be the way somebody else
Right.
does it.
Exactly.
As with me, because I say I'm multifaceted,
Yeah.
because I have a certified corporate event planning company, I have a nonprofit, I got an academy for high school girls.
Yep.
I have all these things, and you're talking about TV production. It's like, wow, people saying, well, she here, she there. It just really depends on where you fall.
Exactly.
Once we sit down and you tell me what it is that you need.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I flow. And I'll know. And then you have people that want to partner. Well, I have 2 young ladies during the pandemic that I work with. And I worked with them prior to the pandemic, but I work with one on one end, work with the other on the other end. And we work together. And I was like, wow, we ought to come together. And let's collaborate. Because I did a little small after, kind of like a network. I don't want to say that. It was small because I guess 75 is small to me, but I got a group of people together at the convention center, GICC, after work for a panel, and it was called Collaborate, Connect, and Create. And it was all about talking about collaboration, connecting, and creating something amazing. Right? Because we have to, like you and I, we've connected, we've created some things. We've worked together. We collaborate where we need to.
Yep.
So you can do that. And it's not always about someone, pulling and tugging and you got my, no, collaborate. Right. It's going to help both of us because with us working out, it's going to increase me, it's going to increase you. And that's not taking away from what you do. Right. And it ain't taking away from what I'm doing. I'm sorry, I hit the mic. But a lot of people, they look at it that way. If you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, we need to go together.
People don't understand that. And that's my thing. 2021, when I came into this year, I said, I'm going to do more collaborations with different people. And I've been doing it with gospel artists. Like, I had the opportunity to interview people on my Set Apart and Chosen IG page, but I brought in this young guy, and he's a singer as well, and I brought him in to host it. I'm the co-host. I allow him to be the host.
All right.
So that's me stepping out of the picture and allowing him to get opportunities.
Yes.
I don't mind, because I know at the end of the day, God is going to reward me and bless me for the things I've done and I have done for other people. Yes. And that's the same thing that you're doing with other people as well.
Oh yes. So that's what so with all of that, I came up with this concept. I said, with Joy Stokes and Sabrina Lauer, and I said, why don't we do something and we call it Collab Her Raiders? I was like, oh wow. And we build this company based on our areas of profession. Is media, events, technology.
Right.
They wow, can we? And that's what we did. We launched it this year, 2021.
Right.
We're going to be also doing something at the summit because people still need to know who we are, what it's about. Well, what is that? Well, you know what? Come to the summit and you'll hear about it, because we're going to make sure you know. Right. Because going into 2022, we may want to do a cohort. We want to do some things because we got to have results. If it ain't gonna work, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna tell y'all. Now, if y'all don't hear about it no more, Kim, then let it go. But again, if you don't try, this coulda, woulda, shoulda. So try it. It's okay. If it doesn't work, failure is success, baby. Because if it fails, then you're going to continue to succeed. But what I always tell people to do is master one thing before you go to the other. I can do an event with my eyes closed. I've been doing it. I'm celebrating 30 years in November. My company will be 30 years old in November.
Damn.
Yes, I've been doing this a long time.
You started when you was 5.
Yes. Okay. Well, I started in the industry at 14. I started modeling at age 14. So I've been in the industry for years. So, a lot of, learning and, knowledge coming, ups and downs and twists and turns. But I mastered that. And then I went into the next piece of it. And what the nonprofit is just really the development of things that I've learned throughout being a businesswoman and how I can help other businesswomen. Right. And then, when I look at doing the TV production, well, I come from being in front of the camera. I come from that as a young person. So when I started to do television production, when I did Women on the Move Live, it was to give the women a platform. We couldn't be seen. Nobody could hear us.
But tell them how important it is for women to work together and not
compete. It is very good for us to work together, and people need to see that. It's uncommon, and that's why it gets so many likes. That's why most people gravitate to it, because we need to do that. And when you're in a combative situation, if you're in a situation where you're pulling and tugging, then it's not organic. You're not supposed to be there. And God's going to show you everything you need. Right. Now, He is the leader of all that I do. Right. Somebody said, well, how many people you coming? How many? I said, my company is KMP is Jesus and me.
Come on. You better tell them. Jesus
and me. Now, I get what I need, but He makes sure He provides, and He leads me. And I had to learn that. See, I thought it was all about me. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He shut my behind down. Okay, now who is it? I had to say, okay, you right, Daddy. You got it. You got it. So I have to make sure that he's in front of everything that I do. Absolutely. Because He's provided me the time to be able to do this. Have I had peaks and valley moments? Oh, valley. Yeah. I'm in the midst of a storm right now. Wow. But I'm looking at it. I've learned and I've grown to have faith. I've learned and grown to give it to Him. Now I can't fight this. That song said, "You gotta fight my battles." Right? Absolutely. You gotta fight this, Lord. Right. I need you in the midst of this. You know what's going on. You already know what's going to happen later. And my mom says to me, "Kim, just know that something big is about to happen. Right. If you're going through this and that with these people or this person, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. Just get ready. Yeah. Get ready. Get ready.
Get ready. Yeah. And people don't understand, like, and I was going through a major storm the last beginning of this year, from health to family. Finances wasn't there, but it was just like the enemy was trying to attack me so hard, and something was trying to slow me down. And it was like, I listened to Sarah Jakes, and she was like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting up.
That's right.
That's why I was like, let me build this thing back up because something is trying to hinder
That's
me
right. It was.
from getting to the next level. And what's behind this wall or this building, whatever we got going on, is going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. And you have to trust and believe in yourself. Think about Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. A lot of times you hear them talk and they talk about their story and talk about the things that they've gone through. They're always talking about believing in themselves, believing in what they did, trusting and believing. And if we trust and believe in God and trust and believe in the abilities He gave us, the gifts and talents He gave us to do what we need to do,
right,
it's going to happen.
Right.
It is going to happen. I have a success story. I told my son, I said, you got to talk to somebody. I have a young man that I adopted. I brought him, not legally. I just said, come on in. He needed to come in here.
Okay.
And he is now 39 years old.
Oh, wow.
Come on in here. Look, if you come on the rest of these children, they eat, you're going to eat too.
Right.
And he just texted me on Monday and said, Ma, I got it. Here we are, high school graduate. I moved here. He came behind, he followed, here you go, but he's grown. He got his own place, all that stuff. And he got a job 9 years ago with Home Depot at the warehouse in Locust Grove.
Okay.
You know, Locust Grove area with the warehouses. He in there forklifting, doing his thing.
Gotcha.
Right? But he was being observant.
Right.
And he had to go, and one time he said, I may leave. I said, no, that's a good job. Benefits, baby.
Right.
You got to look at the benefits. You're looking at this, but look at the benefits. That's what we missed, the benefits. You got to look at the benefits. And he hung in there. His biological mother passed away.
Okay.
We had to go through that, which, that was a tough time, but it's all good. We got through it. And mind you, he said, I want to go in HR. I said, okay, you can do it. Go into HR. He started training. He had somebody that worked in HR that was teaching him and showing him the behind the scene ropes. He was going to another warehouse building training, all of that. He came and said, all right, I got an interview. I said, okay, you got this. I said, I said, okay. He said he got through the first interview. I remember him saying, I got my resume, Mom. And this, he got everything together, D. He got everything together. First interview, all right, nailed it, Ma. I got a second one. Had the second interview. He said, okay, they're going to let me know. I'll know something Monday, which was this past Monday. And I got the text. Ma, I got it. I'm HR coordinator. We talking no college degree, just working your way. I said, you went from the back house to the front of the house. You went from the warehouse to the front. What?
That's crazy.
What?
That's good crazy, though.
Young black man, no kids.
No kids?
No kids. And looking for a good woman, had a problem with one.
Look at Mama. Look at Mama.
Look, had a problem with one because one slipped in and helped him spend up that insurance money his mom left him.
Oh, wow.
I don't know to what extent, but she really hurt my brother.
Oh, wow.
She hurt my boy, but that's okay. He's still standing. And look what he had to go through that to get to where he is now. I am so proud of him. And I called his brothers and I said, y'all need to call him and celebrate him because he did something, and I want him to tell his story. I said, you need to speak to some young men and say, keep your nose clean. Do what you need to do. And I didn't say keep your head down. We said keep your nose clean.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're not saying keep your head down, do your work. No, hold your head up, do your work. Okay. Do it right. Be on time. Do everything you need to do. And when you set your eyes on something, stay focused on it and do it. He took his own time to try to learn that. And the person that was helping him behind the scenes had to say, look, y'all better look at him. And they said, when it come up on the board, he said not one, but two positions opened up. And he said when it hit the board, he went running. Because, and it's just great. So I'm so excited for his life, and which is, I'm excited for what God has done for him. And I'm just glad to have been a part of his life to help him grow. And it's about building a legacy. We talk about legacy, right?
Right.
I'm doing this. My youngest son, who's 28. Now, y'all stop trying to figure out how old I am. My youngest son is 28. So my mom, I need to learn what you're doing because I can probably help. I say, yeah, but you in Florida, you doing your thing. You ride for Amazon. You the Amazon man. You driving, doing your thing and all that. But but we start talking about what happens after, taking over from what I'm doing and what I'm building. And it's here for them if that's what they want to do and all. But I know that they have to learn and grow and build their careers and their lives and what they're doing as well.
Right.
So it's been great. God is good. But yes, as women, we have to come together. We have to know how to just help one another. And if it seems like it's a tug of war, just break ties nicely, easily, and keep it moving.
I'll be like, bye.
Yeah, and no hard feelings.
Right.
We don't. Ain't no ill feel. It's just not organically put together.
Right.
When it comes to young girls, you asking about the young ladies. Well, I was a young girl. I was a teen mom, and I just started talking about that. You know, I didn't talk about it a whole lot, but I was a teen mom. I literally made a mistake.
Yeah.
I can't say what I was told by the young man.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But y'all seen Bridgerton. Yeah, that's what he said. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right. Now, look, now I gotta go Google that. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bridgerton, the show. Did you
Okay.
see Bridgerton on Netflix?
I'm gonna go.
Oh, well, now when you watch Bridgerton, when you get those who are watching who've seen it, that what he told me. That what he told me.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
And so, you know, it just happened. So I thought I was getting fat. I was like, oh, I'm gaining weight. I'm gonna have to go to Bamberger's, which is now Macy's. I gotta go get me some more clothes.
Wow.
I didn't even know.
Wow.
And when I realized, I was shocked. I was in shock. But I had a grandmother and a mother. My grandmother, God rest her, so my grandmother was like, okay. They understood things happened. You know, they were moms that, you know, especially my grandma probably had, you know, from the South, they had babies young. So, and I told her what happened. They didn't condemn me.
Right.
They still loved on me. They knew that it was a mistake.
Right.
I got through it. And when the time came, it was like, give me that baby.
Right.
You going to school.
Good.
Give me that baby. You going to school. And I just say, when you go see the Aretha Franklin, I just watched, you know, went to see the screening of that, Respect. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Give me that baby and go out there and do what you're supposed to do.
Awesome.
And these young girls don't have that.
Right.
They make mistakes, things happen. Not saying it's okay to go out here and get
torn
pregnant or be a
down,
teen
get
mom,
out, yeah.
but they don't have a lot of, I see they don't have what I had. I had a big mama, a nana, mom, you know, somebody that was there to support me. And of course the mothers, the grandmothers, a lot of them are younger now. However, I see a lot of potential in these young girls. When I flip through, I may see some stuff on the Instagram or this or that, or when I may be speaking at a school or doing something. I see potential there, but they just need someone that believes in them.
Right.
Someone that say, yes, you can do that. Oh yeah, you can.
Right.
You know, I have a young lady that I was speaking to at a friend's house, and she wanted to get into the industry, and it seemed like her parents was like, nah, I don't get it. But you in the right place.
Right.
Take her to an audition.
Right.
Let her experience it. You just never know. What if my mom had told me, no, you ain't modeling, you're not doing no beauty pageants, get over there and sit down.
Right. Right.
You know, no, they said, okay, I need $25 money order, I got to pay for the entry fee.
Right.
Okay, they gave it to me, mailed it in. I got the information, filled out the application, told where I was supposed to go.
Right.
And what I needed to do to enter my first beauty pageant.
Right.
And but if they weren't supportive, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
So we got to support our kids. Now, some stuff is foolishness, but we're allowing the social media, the Instagram influencers and all these entertainers direct them and give them false information. Yeah, everybody, oh, yeah, I'm going to blow up. I'm going to be like so-and-so. That was let me tell you, there's a window of opportunity, and that ain't going to happen for everybody.
I be trying to tell people. I be trying to, when you go viral, ride that moment. You better hurry up and ride it and make something out of the moment, because it's only going to last. It's going to last maybe a good week. That's
right. And how many people we know that had a one-hit wonder? Them one-hit wonders. They got a hit and they're gone. They're gone. There's no longevity. You got to look beyond just right now, and you got to build on that. So with the young girls, I say, you know what? You first need to learn how to be a young lady. If you think you want to do a business, 'cause a lot of them have a lot of talent. They can do a lot of things.
Well, that concludes this episode of the Valika B Project with your host, Valika B. Until next time we meet, be blessed. The Valika B Project.